We have no idea where we're going right now. We're in Dresden. We just made it in. These streets, first of all, cobblestone. Second of all, there are pedestrians just walking on the roads because it's the Christmas market and it's very crowded. Bikes, people, everything. And train cars because there are tracks in the middle of the thin cobblestone streets. And it is extremely confusing to figure out where we're supposed to go. I'm convinced that GPS is not updated to know about all of these basically road changes, but we thankfully were able to pull over here and my parents are going to go ask the hotel. But yeah, the only cars coming up and down right now are taxis, so this is crazy. My best advice if you decide to rent a car like we did is park it in a garage outside of the main city for Dresden at least, especially if you're coming during this Christmas time, because it's not a road for a non-local to do. Hopefully we can make it to our hotel tonight and figure out what's going on. Wow, it's just one big room. Very nice though. Shower only. After our eventful road trip, we decided to check out one of the oldest Christmas markets in Germany, founded in 1434. Of course, we had to try the giant brat first. How is your half-meter bratwurst?
Man, it tastes fantastic.
Einfach a hot dog.
This market had so much Christmas magic. Each stand had its own display with moving pieces. And like all markets, there was a unique mug you can keep with a deposit.
Take a sip.
That's good stuff.
Literally suddenly everything just closed down, so I gotta chug this.
Return theirs.
5 euros back for our deposit. Wow, literally within seconds everything closed down. That's crazy. That was the cleanest shutdown I've ever seen. Wow. Crazy.
The next morning, we checked out the cool pancake shop across the street. This was a unique spot for the decor alone. And you could have it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Are you team savory or team sweet? Next up, we took a guided walking tour of the history of Dresden. The city was infamously bombed during the war. But most of the buildings and architecture that we saw were actually rebuilt and recreated in the years after.
Did you say hi to the bear? Yeah, I did. Hi, bear. It's a big bear.
I guess Berlin's not the only city that likes bears. We noticed some murals and architecture from East Germany that still remain as well. This building here was actually seen in Tar with Kate Blanchett.
So this is our hotel right here, and these weren't even reconstructed until 2018.
Yeah, so our hotel we thought was old as not.
Yeah, because all of this was destroyed.
Old inside because it's got the big high ceilings.
Yeah, but it's so fascinating that they reconstructed all of this from like about 2004 to 2020 and really did their research on what it used to look like based on paintings, artwork, maybe even some photographs before the Second World War, which is fascinating.
The bridges weren't so lucky. They had a recent bridge collapse, and we saw the remains on the tour.
Okay, so now that we've done our walking tour, now it's time to actually go to these markets. I'm super excited. That's cool.
Dresden has many Christmas markets, but one of the more unique ones is the medieval market.
Rockvira, which is blackberry.
It's a cool mug.
Yeah, it is.
2024.
5 each deposit.
That's sweeter than red Glühwein. I think I like that a little bit better.
There are also some shops lining the streets as well, with some authentic wares.
Okay, we're looking for some Stollen. Pro tip, look for the gold seal. That's how you know it's authentic from Dresden. We got our bag of goodies, and we're off to the market.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's candy coated nut.
Wow.
It's good, isn't it?
That almost tastes like kettle corn or something. Pro tip, take breaks, go back to your hotel and warm up and then come back out because it is very crowded and also it is very cold tonight. They're just geese. They're so cute. Those are the spiky stars. That's also a Dresden thing.
Yeah.
Crowded. Arts and crafts.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
This is the name of the market, Dresden. We have an ornament for every city that we went to. I really like how each stand is decorated.
How do you say Merry Christmas in German?
Fröhliche Weihnachten.
Fröhliche Weihnachten.
Sie haben reserviert, ja? Ja. Auf welchen Namen denn?
We braved the cold as long as we could, then sat inside for dinner and drinks.
Hot. It's warming me up, and that's what I needed.
Our last morning in Dresden, we checked out this adorable cafe by our hotel. Of course, I had to get a Nutella crepe.
His attempt at a fried egg.
Dresden felt like a European Disneyland, with rebuilt architecture and markets hundreds of years old. I could have spent more nights there, but unfortunately, our trip was coming to a close. We stretched it out by taking the scenic route back to the airport. And one more Christmas market, for good measure. This one had Japanese taiyaki.
This is the last thing I expected to find. Some taiyaki. I've never seen them this tiny though. They're usually big.
What's inside? Is it just bread? Like a donut? Is that
I'm filling.
Oh, like
Vanilla.
filling.
Like a
Ooh, I want to try one.
frosted cream. This is our room.
Nice.
But at least we got the corner room, right?
Yeah.
By the airport. And that concludes Germany. Oh. Okay, so we are finally home. We've got all of the travel laundry in the dryer, but this is the haul from our trip. These are all the mugs that we got from the markets. So we paid the deposit and then we just didn't return the mugs because we already paid the deposit. Otherwise you could return them and get your deposit back, but this is like such a steal for like 5 to 8 euros. Berlin, Nuremberg, and then this one's probably the cutest. This is the one from Dresden, which is funny because I was served a forest green one, but it was actually the one from 2020, which I guess is their way of distributing it for people that didn't get to get one because of the pandemic. But this one is actually for 2024, so we kept this one. Speaking of mugs, I got this in Nuremberg as well. This is a mug with a infuser on top, so if you have not a tea bag but like a broken up tea, you could put it in the mug. So I'm really excited to try this, and it's got cats on it. And this is the tea that we got at the tea shop. Lebkuchen, Tippy Awesome. And then we got some free samples of tea as well. So we got tons of food to bring home with us. Here's one, option A. This is a boxed Lebkuchen. And we got tons of these. Variety pack of Lebkuchen. Gluten-free Lebkuchen. Vegan Lebkuchen. And Lebkuchen of stars. We got a lot of Lebkuchen. We got the authentic Stollen, which has the seal that says that it has been like accredited as being authentic Dresden Stollen. These last until February, so they last a long time. Finally, for food, when we were in Nuremberg, we went to the international market, and I got things from both the Palestine booth and the Ukraine booth. I went to the Palestine booth, and I got some thyme blend from the West Bank, I believe, and the instructions and descriptions are in multiple languages. And then I got a little dish that you put it in, and this is like you dip like bread in some oil, and then you dip it in this thyme, and then you eat the bread, which is really nice. And this is handmade in Palestine. At the Ukraine booth, they had handmade crochet items, so I got these for some friends. This is Mike Wazowski, and this is a cabbage. If you know, you know. Avatar. We got tons of postcards. These are probably the most special. This was at a market in Berlin, artisan market, and I think I might actually frame these because they're really cute. It's like the cats in different parts of Berlin. At Brandenburg Gate, eating currywurst, knocking over the Berlin Wall, and at the tower. And then ornaments. These are all of the ornaments that we got. We got a pig, we got a lot of wooden ones. We got one for every city that we went to, which was really fun. Something I'm really excited about is I got a smoking man, which was made in Germany. It's authentic. And so the way that smoking men work is their mouths are open, and you pull out the bottom, you put these little incense cones in the bottom, you light it with a match, and you put it back in, and then it'll come out of his mouth. And that is, I think, everything that we got in Germany, which is wild. So I can't wait to eat and or try all of these things.